Welcome to Massive Beers. My name's Matt. We do a bunch of things here. We do shed project stuff, apparently. We talk about beer. We do beer podcasts. We do all kinds of fun stuff. But first and foremost, we talk about beers in a review kind of format. This beer, I've been waiting to review for quite some time. Picked it up today. Yeah, we're talking about Genesee, son, one of the best breweries in the history of mankind. It is their tropical pineapple Kolsch. You know, they're known for their ruby red grapefruit Kolsch. I think I reviewed that. If I didn't, that's kind of a crime. But this year they came out this tropical pineapple Kolsch, and I've been chopping at the bit to get it. And a local spot to me usually gets this kind of stuff, and they didn't have it, so they just bought a pallet of it. And they're like, yeah, we'll just get it anyway. And they got it today. Yeah. Genesee Specialty Tropical Pineapple Kolsch. 4.5% alcohol by volume. Rochester, New York. What up, Rock? And I don't know, their dating codes and all that kind of fun stuff. Yeah, it's their little Kolsch guy. Little Kolsch captain guy. Holding, some Kolsch and a pineapple. What more do you want? I'm going to tell you right now, that is going to be Dirty Glass Mafia, because as you can see behind me, there's a bunch of drywall, and there's a bunch of drywall dust floating around, so we're just going to have dirty glasses. So you're going to have to deal with, oh my god, I can smell like pineapple juicy fruit bubblegum, like all the way over here. It's crazy. Hopefully it's not too synthetic. That would be a bummer. But yeah, label-wise, it's alright. I'm not going to sit here and say I love this label, but it is Jenny, so I'm just going to love it by default. Can I smack that any harder on the table? I'm kind of impressed about how not dirty this glass is compared to... I did a review before this one. I assumed it was the dust floating around, but... yeah, it looks like a Kolsch. It looks like a Kolsch. Kolsch is going to be a little lighter than this. It can be this dark, so it definitely looks the part of Kolsch. You're talking about index finger, infinitely tight head on it. Super uber clear. I mean, you can like burn some ants with that if you had the sun. I want to do that. Light struck. Anyway, but man, it's just, I swirled it and I just got that big punch in the face. This huge tropical juicy fruit with pineapple kind of going on. It almost has me a little worried that it's going to be a little bit too synthetic, but I trust Genesee. I trust you empirically because you're Jenny. So let's get the nose like we need to. Yeah, I mean, it really is kind of flirting that line of like a Ballast Pointy kind of Flintstone vitamin-y kind of fruitiness, which is kind of a bummer. I'm not going to sit here and judge it too quickly. Based off of the nose, I think it might come off a little bit too synthetic for me. But if it comes off more natural in the taste, I actually really do dig it. It's more of just having this kind of, library of aromas, of noses, and kind of being like, well, these are typically synthetic, these are not. That's where this one kind of leans to me. Now, let's take that, ball it up, put it off to the side. It smells like the most bursting amount of tropical fruit and pineapple you could possibly imagine, especially for a low ABV beer like this, like a Kolsch. It's just bursting at the seams. Not much as far as there's no bittering. There is a malt base to this, but it's nothing too crazy because it's just so overpowered by that tropical fruit / pineapple. I'm just going to dive right in. Cheers, y'all. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. How do I put that? So it has more to do with like natter days to me than it does like a straight beer. What was the one that Jenny did one? They did like the strawberry something, right? Was it strawberry something? Was this just strawberry something cream ale? That was kind of like, okay, I'm like, I dig this, but I dig this more in a way that Natter Days is like a summer crusher kind of thing. That's where this one lands. Kind of a bummer because I wanted this just big tropical fruit, like almost hop derived kind of tropical fruitiness. Or at least like that, but this definitely comes off more of that, and it is a synthetic kind of tropical fruitiness. Like the second you taste it, it's almost like, remember like when you used to get packs of bubble gum and there was like stacks on stacks of gum, so they put that powder on it and you like break open and the powder dust would be like, and you kind of inhale it and you get that flavor of like the bubblegum dust. That's kind of way this kind of comes off. It's bubblegum dust, tropical bubblegum dust with pineapple. Not a negative thing. It's a tasty flavor. And it is synthetic, but not synthetic in a way that, like, you know, the again, Flintstone vitamin E. It's in that kind of territory, but not necessarily all the way there. I like it. I like it as a summer crusher. I have a 12 pack of this. Obviously, that's I think that's the way they only sell it. But I would have bought. I bought a case. I'm gonna give one to Keith. 93 lumber for those playing along at home. And if you label this, if you said, "Hey, here's the next in the series of what we did with the strawberry, whatever strawberry fruited cream ale," I would have been like, okay. But I was going into this thinking it was going to be more of like the ruby red grapefruit. I think that's a little bit more organic for me. Whereas this one's just a little bit more synthetic. So it's more like kind of, again, I'm rehashing everything I've already said. It's more Naturdays than anything else. In a more beery kind of way. And I said that same thing about that other Genesee beer. So yeah, it's fine. Is it one of the better Kolsch's I've had as late? Absolutely not. To me, there's no Kolsch to be had here as far as style, as far as taste, as far as whatever. I think what they did was we have this base beer, we have the Ruby Red Kolsch, which kind of plays really well. Let's do a tropical version of that. And it really is that other version, that strawberry version that they had. It's more of that. It's more of a summer fruity drink that has beer DNA more than anything else. Not a negative. Definitely has its place. I went to a barbecue earlier today, and if this was available, I would have ripped these and been happy. But expecting a Kolsch with pineapple and tropical flavors, your mindset is ready for what those hops typically provide, and it's just not here. It's more of a flavor added kind of thing. So if you're looking for like tropical fruit flavors that are hop derived in a Kolsch, you're just not going to get it here. If you're looking for tropical flavors, kind of stuff, a la the Naturdays and the other beers like that, the Jenny strawberry kind of beer and those kind of things, then this is definitely going to be up your alley. Let's put it this way. I already said, not one of the better Kolsch's I've had as late. Is it a fun beer? Yes. Am I going to drink the whole 12 pack? Absolutely. So there you go. So yeah, let's talk about it. Like I said, Kolsch, no, but fun beers, sure. And let's talk about Jenny. Let me know your experiences with Genesee. I know for me growing up, I always thought of Genesee as kind of like that weird bridge between macro and micro. But not a lot of people get Genesee stuff. So what are your experiences with Jenny? What beers have you had? Have you been to the brewery? Have you had a bunch of their beers? Have you had some of their collabs they've done with some of the kind of more hipster breweries like other and stuff like that? Have you had this beer in particular? Beer, we'll air quote it. I want to know everything. Down there. Let's talk about it. So there you go. Genesee Tropical Pineapple Kolsch in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hope we'll see you next time. Cheers, y'all.